It seems like every day we hear of a new scam, what you can do to protect yourself and your loved ones from being a victim of fraud.
Get the right side of your brain working, how a little dancing and a little singing can increase your creativity.
Assisted living can sometimes become a part of life. What you need to know when choosing a facility, plus a look inside one right here on Delmarva.
And we're in the kitchen making an Eastern Shore staple. That's right, crab cakes. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Crab cakes. I'm excited. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from historic Studio D.
I cannot believe Labor Day weekend is here.
It's here.
Oh, almost, I guess. A couple more days.
The
summer flew by.
It did.
Yeah, kids back in school and everything. Is Zach getting settled into his junior year?
No.
No. Will he get settled into his junior year?
No.
Okay.
He's not happy about it. He's loving his new job. I'm very proud of him for that. He's working hard. He's doing a great job with that. But it's like school's getting in the way now. And I'm thinking, this is going to be counterproductive if we're not real careful.
Yeah,
but we're still getting pictures.
Yes, we are. And we want to share a couple of those first day of school pictures. This one is so great. Malia Jernigan, this is her first day of kindergarten. I don't think she could be any happier.
Got that hip thing going on there, hasn't she? Jackson David Henney on his first day of school at the McIlvain Early Learning Center. He is, as you may well be able to guess there, a proud member of the class of 2025.
Can you believe that?
No.
This
No.
seems like so far in the future.
Oh man, oh man. I remember when I was thinking back and there was the movie 2001. I thought, wow, will I be alive in 2001?
Yeah, exactly. I remember thinking, you know, the turn of the millennium, how old will I be? Oh, wow, I'll be really, really old.
And that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, not for, well, anyway.
Anyway, well, coming up shortly, not too far from now, next weekend to be exact, the 8th annual Chincoteague Ride for Kids. It's sponsored by the Chincoteague Police Department. It's one of those poker runs that everybody loves to do. The Chincoteague Police Department last year raised more than $20,000, and the proceeds go to helping children and families in Chincoteague who need help with clothing, food, utilities, medications, etc. Now, here's the information if you want to enjoy this Saturday, September 8th. Now, the bikes are going to leave at 11 a.m. from Stingrays in Cape Charles, down at the bottom of the peninsula. And then they're going to make their way all the way to Don Seafood in Chincoteague, and that's where they also will have a block party with live music, live auction, family fun. If you want some information on the 8th annual Ride for Kids in Chincoteague, 757-336-3155. By the way, the rain date is the next day, Sunday, September 9th.
That's a nice ride.
It is.
That's
it's just
a pretty
beautiful.
Ride. Gorgeous down there. And if you like the motorized kind of fun, you might want to go ahead and do that because, well, of course, after you've had fun with your last mud bog.
Aww.
No more mud bogs?
Well, it's the last one in Crisfield.
Well, that's okay. You're right.
It's the last one of this season in Crisfield. They still are going to have one in Gumboro, but yeah, this Saturday. It's going to be held behind the Crisfield Elks Lodge. If you've never been to a mud bog before,
you don't know what you're missing. Yeah.
Don't wear your good shoes.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
No.
Saturday, September 1st, behind Crisfield's Elks Lodge. It's $7. Children 10 and under are free, and the racing begins at 1 p.m.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, my boys love the mud bog.
Like that stuff, don't they?
They do.
You remember the big deal for the longest time in Dewey Beach about how tall the buildings were? And, well, all that got settled, and now by Memorial Day of next summer, that big parking lot in Dewey Beach that's in front of Ruddertowne is going to have a sleek 5-story building. This is an artist rendition of it. $1 million condos there on top. Developer Dewey Beach Enterprises says it's going to look just like that. Whole bunch of glass facing Highway 1 there. The model unit opened up today for people to see for viewing by appointment. So they're going to have it finished out, and then after all that is said and done, the second phase of their construction is going to be to tear down the old Ruddertowne complex and replace it with the new mixed-use building. That's going to open by summer of 2014.
Gotcha.
So
I noticed in the picture they still have the lighthouse.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yeah. It's, you know, maybe it's just the old-fashioned me. I'm like, wow, really? Does all that old stuff have to go away?
Yeah.
I guess it really does, doesn't it?
I guess it does.
Oh, by the way, Bob Dylan. He's playing tonight, Wacomico Youth and Civic Center. He and the band going to be there. He's on his North American tour, and this is going to be stop number 11 in the U.S. Tickets are still available. Tonight is the show. Bob Dylan and his band. If you want tickets, concert starts at 7:30. You can call 410-548-4911. Good seats are. Can you really get a bad seat for Bob Dylan? I'm just saying. Well, yeah, that's tonight at the Civic Center.
All we can say is we're going to miss you, Sandy, someone very near and dear to us here at WBOC. You recognize her?
That's Sandy Fulton.
Yeah.
She is the director of tourism in Wicomico County. There she is. She was on the show with us.
Yeah, talking about pork in the park. She surprised everyone in Wicomico County with her announcement that she's retiring. She's been the driving force behind a lot of things, not the least of which is the second largest barbecue event in the country. Pork in the Park. So she is going to be missed.
What a ball of fire she is.
She's a lot of fun. I love interviewing her because she just takes it over.
No telling what's going to come out. Sandy, good luck and congratulations to you. You know, don't drink and drive. That seems pretty logical to most of us, but still there's some idiot somewhere that's going to try it anyway. The reason we bring this up is because there is a checkpoint strike force going to be kicking into gear for the Labor Day weekend. Multiple agencies running checkpoints to make sure that you are not out on the road drinking and driving. It's just trying to keep everybody a little bit safer from the perils. And please, think about this. Don't do it. First Sergeant David Sharp of the Maryland State Police Barracks in Berlin said, we have had checkpoints where we have stopped 1,200 cars during a 5-hour period. So, you know, if nothing else, think about that before you get out and do something stupid.
Yeah, if you have to drink, just hand your keys over to someone beforehand, because you don't always make the best decisions.
Think of the rest of us.
Right. Well, speaking of bad decisions and bad traffic, guess where, I guess, the most accidents happen on the road? What major city has the most accidents? Just guess.
Seriously, if I were to guess, it would either be New York or L.A. I would probably, honestly, go with L.A.
You're wrong.
Really?
Yeah. According to a new survey, it's not just political gridlock in the nation's capital.
D.C.?
Yes. It came in last among the 195 major cities ranked in an annual survey of the best and worst places to hit the roads in the U.S.
And each other?
Yeah, hitting each other. Drivers in the D.C. area are 112% more likely, that's more than double the risk than the average U.S. driver to get into an accident.
In D.C.?
In D.C., yep. And guess what? It's a regional thing. It must be a regional thing because Baltimore's right behind it.
Really?
And then behind that, the suburbs of Alexandria and Arlington, Virginia. So bottom line is when you cross that Bay Bridge, when you cross that Bay Bridge and you drive in those areas, you're taking your life into somebody else's hands, I guess. I don't know.
But the fender guy's going to love you.
Now, if you want to go somewhere where they have the fewest amounts of accidents, you got to travel far. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Now, we were talking about this, I think, because they're just all spread out there, right?
No, people actually live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota? So, in other words, they got to shoot at each other intentionally. Yeah. You stay there, I'm going to hit you.
And then that's followed by Boise, Idaho, Fort Collins, Colorado, Madison, Wisconsin comes in at number 4. And I guess, you know, like I said, they're just, they have more room to drive out there. We're just all...
And they're polite. I'll stop right now.
Oh, yeah.
Isaac is still blowing and going. As of this morning, I'll be honest with you, I didn't check just before showtime, but as of this morning, I think they had the first fatality in Mississippi. The storm surge, this astonished me, and I hope I get these numbers right. The storm surge actually caused the Mississippi River to flow backwards for nearly 24 hours on Tuesday. The USGS stream gauge showed the Mississippi flowing upstream 182,000 cubic feet per second. Okay, that's a big number.
Yeah.
But that's going this way at 182,000 cubic feet per second. Usually it goes that way at 120,000 cubic feet per second. So that just gives you an idea, and it's like 10 feet higher than it usually is.
That's amazing.
So that. And we may still get some rain from it.
I think we're going to get something. It looks like before they had it going up the middle of the country, like up toward Illinois and Michigan and all of that. But now it looks like it's spreading a little further east.
Turn right and coming this way. Well, talking about a lot of water, you know, we've been talking this last couple of days. I showed you this picture yesterday, and I think the day before, as a matter of fact, of what the polar ice cap looks like right now. That orange line there is where the ice was last year. The white is what's left this year. The reason I mention this is because now scientists are saying that the way the water is melting now and how quickly the water is rising, you need to go out and see Assateague Island now. Because if the water levels keep rising, your grandkids won't see Assateague Island.
Well, that's depressing.
Isn't that amazing?
That's depressing, Jimmy.
It is. I don't know how I got all the bad news here, but I did. But it's absolutely incredible how much things could possibly be changing. You know what? They've said a lot of things about it. Oh, it's this fault, it's that fault.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's just happening.
The big deal is go out, enjoy it while it's here, have a good time.
And take care of it.
And take care of it. That's right.
This is something you found I thought was interesting. And
all right, please. You know, usually we prepare you and we warn you ahead of time whenever there's graphic video that you need to prepare yourself that this could be shocking, that, you know, just get ready. So we're going to do that again. Recent studies have revealed the single biggest wanton killer of wildlife in America is this. Yes.
Those are evil eyes looking back at you.
Well, that would scare me if I woke up and saw it. The Safari Club newsletter just reported that Americans own 74 million cats, domestic pets. Okay. The University of Georgia study found that lizards and frogs make up 41% of the little animals killed. Little mammals like voles and chipmunks make up 5% of it. Insects 20%, and then birds make up 12%. That feline that's been looking at you all this time really has a plan to take over the world.
You know, yeah, they do. They do. They look cute, but they're in their mind, they're trying to figure out.
Just starting with wildlife. That's all they're doing.
Well, still to come on Delmarva Life. If your personal information gets into the wrong hands, the results could be devastating. Up next, how to stop scammers and why they seem to prey on seniors.
And a little bit later, immerse yourself in the arts in Delaware. There is so much to do and to choose from. Many events don't even cost you a dime. How to get the entire family involved.
Plus, in the kitchen today, learning how to cook crab cakes, plus a record-setting crab picker joins us. We'll see her in action. Let's see how she compares to my chicken picking from a few months ago.
Champ over here.
I'm a champ. Delmarva. Life at its best here on Delmarva.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. And your local York and Mitsubishi dealers.